let it. just press the button and go.
It's actually recording right now, so you can do.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tubbi of the Nerdy's Bird site. Thanks to the antidote.com, I get the opportunity to have a seat with my homeboy Micahel Armstead. Hey mama.
Yeah, my daughter is on a chat phone making a business call. I can't make this up.
Cutest thing I've ever seen, y'all. Cutest thing I've ever seen. Nah, but seriously, kicking it with the antidote.com. Micahel is a local artist who has created a lot of buzz for himself. He's actually given other artists the opportunity to follow his platform to be able to do a lot of the things that he is doing throughout the city. But I'll let you guys hear from him. Go ahead and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and how you got into the world of music.
Hey, I'm Micahel Armstead. That was a very... People gonna come at you for that last comment.
You think so?
Oh, I know so.
And why is that?
Because people aren't nice. They're mean.
Well, we know that to be.
We're looking at you. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, we know what the world is. You know what I'm saying. And we can't formulate opinions for everyone. But that's my opinion. I'll roll with it. Anybody that feels some type of
way,
you know,
when it's up, ain't no coming back down. What? You know what I'm talking? See, I bet y'all better not play with no light-skinned women. Light-skinned women will beat you down.
He said it. I didn't say it.
And their credit is always high, like 7, like between middle 6 and like middle 7, and they're always on the fight for mine.
850 if they have both of their parents.
All right, bro. All right. So, long story short, my name is Micahel Armstead. Allegedly, that's a rumor. I started music because. Keep that in there. I want you to feel my child's aggression. But I started music because I don't know. Music chose me. I didn't even want to do this.
Right.
I wanted to be Michael Jordan, and God was like, "No, it's not.
That's not for you.
Yeah, you're 5'8".
Let it
come
go.
Come get on these beats, boy."
Yeah, just do something different.
Okay. So I started jumping at church. Okay. I just want to dunk. That's the only reason I started. I just
kind of came into it.
So. It wasn't like I come into it. It was more of like God. No, I didn't have to choose. God just forced it on me. I didn't have a choice.
It's like you don't get to fill out your dream. Yeah, you're gonna fill out what you're destined to do.
Yeah, that's really how it happened. It is horrible. Like, why do I love him so much? And he just pushed me into this. I'm having time of my life though, but jeez.
Now, is it the pressure of music, or is it more so?
No, I just wanted to be Michael Jordan. Don't read into it too much. I wanted to be Michael Jordan.
You have it here, guys. This is a musician who is called to music without his approval. Okay, he wants to be 4 foot taller. He'd like to be able to shoot from outside of the half-court line and throw himself an alley from the free throw line.
I wish it was a little bit taller. I wish it was about. I hope we don't get like. Copyright. Yeah, copyright. Whoops.
Just edit that.
We're gonna edit that out.
Now, coming into the world of music, on a serious note, do you find yourself in I'm a role model type of position, being the person behind the mic, the person blasting from the speaker sets?
Yeah, I mean everybody that does music is a role model. No matter if you suck or not.
Right.
Because people are always, if you want to be honest, you know. White people are always gonna look at the black people as role models. I mean, Kim Kardashian just dressed up as Aaliyah for Halloween. You gonna let that happen? Why you let that happen?
I personally sent her an invitation and told her to stay in her lane of culture, but they're clearly confused, so it's nothing I can do at this point.
Meanwhile, Uncle Kanye somewhere getting high off Lexapro.
Poor Uncle Kanye.
Poor Uncle Kanye. But it is that. It's okay. But we're all role models. All of us are role models. Just like if you're expressing your lifestyle, you're definitely a role model. You know, kids are gonna look at like a young boy. Young boy is like, he's the new role model now, and it scares me. Like, yeah, one, he's 17, and don't he have like 4 baby mamas or something like that? I was like, whoa, he's our role model now. Like, it's like when Trump got into the presidency, he was like,
really? This is happening?
Well, I like Young Boy. I've learned to like. At first, I didn't like him because you know, like the lyrics and stuff like that. But then my wife had to tell me, "Yo, this is the life that they live, bro.
Right.
Like, you can't get mad, you know." And the kids are gonna look up to it, and that's my problem, you know. I don't want my kids to look up to something like that and be like, "Oh, well, Young Boy's doing it, so I guess I gotta do it." You know? And then I'm over here not cussing in my lyrics and rapping about God, and they're like, Dad, young boy doesn't do that.
Right.
And so,
Now, I'll touch that too. Being a parent in this particular industry is never an easy balancing thing. And you know, that's with any career, but being an entrepreneur and actually building your business, your brand from the ground up, your kids do become the focal point of your focus. And a lot of times people have a hard time creating a balance where the kid doesn't get left behind. I know that you spend a lot of time with your daughter. Your daughter's actually here on set with us right now. That's how real it is in the world of parenting. But if you could give any advice to upcoming artists who are parents that are struggling with that healthy balance, what would you tell them to make that transition a little bit easier for themselves?
I wouldn't tell them nothing. Ain't my business. I'm doing good with my kids. I can't. I just got into this lifestyle with the kids and stuff. Like my son, I have a son. I have my daughter who's fresh as I don't know what. I just noticed, bro, you look. That's a nice outfit you got going. Like that's really good. But you picked it. She picked it herself.
Nice.
She's a savage. But just that should make your hustle a little bit more aggressive.
Right.
It never, like I said this on one of my other interviews, it never did it for me because I was gonna go hard regardless. But at some point you have to say, okay, I'm not doing this for the fancy chain, I'm not doing this for the car. I don't want my daughter to go to somebody's job and say, hey boss. I want her to have to deal with people not coming in early, not coming in on time. I want her to be the boss because of how hard I work. I want my son to be able to go relax and tan or whatever. Well, he's dark skinned. I don't think he can tan. But I want him to be able to, you know. Yeah, dark skinned people can't tan, Joe.
That's not true.
Don't go.
That's not true, y'all.
Y'all, Joe done already booked his flight to Miami to go to tan in the summer. Oh, Jesus. No, but you know, you can't, you know, I do it so the kids don't have to deal with what I deal with or what I dealt with or what my parents dealt with.
Nice.
You know, yeah, the end.
Nice. Now, if you had to say that your music had a direct message or overall message for your audiences, what do you think it is?
I can't have that because it's like when you look at Quentin, a lot of my music is inspired by Quentin Tarantino, and nobody don't know. A lot of people don't know that, and they're like, "How? It doesn't sound anything like Tarantino." But it's a scene. If you ever like hear a project, it's a scene to scene to scene to scene to scene. So everything, it doesn't have like a one, you know, bulk message. It's a compilation of different emotions or different ideas that I had. But the overall, I mean, if I could give it an overall mood, I don't want to say positive because then you're gonna think Chance the Rapper, and then you turn on my music and it's like, and you're like, oh, this is not Chance the Rapper. But overall, is clean. Just keeping a positive. You don't have to. This is a good segue into what I usually talk about. You don't have to have a clean message and suck when it comes to beats.
Right.
Like that's what I get on Christian rappers for. I mean, y'all have a good message, but y'all suck like really bad. And it's horrible, but it's the truth. Like it's horrible. So I guess the overall is just being unique. Right. You know, that unique feel.
Nice. And I know that your music is unique in itself, from the structure in your sound to actually your ability to pull, like you said, different genres of music. Tarantino has been known for making eccentric sounds or things that really you have to sit down to kind of understand where his mind was at the time. So I appreciate the fact that you're able to bring your real life story into a different set of genre and still be able to tie that back into hip hop. A lot of people can't do that. And a lot of people that try, you kind of hear them getting their footing. And your music more so flows.
Yeah, oh man, yes.
Now, when you think storytelling, and I know that a lot of your music is self-expression, and I know that you're a really funny guy, but you have no problem with talking about serious things and really putting your foot down when it comes to social injustices, political correctness, and everything above. In the world of music, when you think about where we are right now, what is the defining difference in us being successful? You, as you know, personally as an artist, the people you network with, your friends that are kind of dealing the same thing. What's the defining difference for us to be more successful and get away from that like crab in the bucket mentality?
Is this a trick question? Because I don't even have the answer. I don't even know. I don't even know. And a lot of people will probably try to wing it and be like, man, you know.
Right.
I'm just gonna be honest. I don't even know. All my mindset with that is just worry about you. That's where I'm at right now, because right now I have like there was once upon a time there was a little small target on my back, and it was very small, and I was like, I didn't feel it. And I'm looking, I'm like, hey, there's no target on my back. But then a couple shows later, now it's just a huge target on my whole body. So I don't really worry about everybody else. All I can say is make things that make you different from the next guy, so we don't want to pull each other down. Because when you're making things different, that's why I don't really put anybody down. Because when I hear guys that sound different, I go, oh, you sound real different. I want to make music with you.
Right.
So yeah, we don't have time to do that crab in the barrel foolishness. We are all, none of us are millionaires.
Right.
None of us. So why are we pulling each other down? Because you want to be the first in the city to make it? Like, it makes no sense.
Right.
I ain't got time for that. You know?
I love it. I love it. I love the idealism that you do have to focus on yourself, and in doing so, it makes it a little bit easier to not hate on the next person.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that we don't get to talk about often, so I like the fact that you brought it up, so we'll kind of touch bases on it.
Yeah.
We talk about the competition all the time, but very seldomly do we actually talk about the pressures that are put on artists from outside influences. Like you said, the target that was on your back. First of all, I'm just making music. I don't have the intention to do harm to anybody. I'm not trying to knock anybody off of their lane. I'm not trying to, but at the same sense, it becomes a understanding. It's like, wait, people are really coming for me. Like, I'm just taking steps forward and I feel this pressure. How does that make you feel as an artist? And what do you feel is the best way for artists who are kind of experiencing similar things to cope with that type of pressure?
Put it in the music. Like, I mean, as bad as that sounds and as bad as a plan that sounds like, I mean, that's the part, that's the downside of this genre of hip hop, because we're the most expressive genre, and so people want you to express how you feel, you know, whether it be this guy hating on me or this is such and such and such, but this is where you do it at. Granted, there are some consequences that come with that, but if you know the history of hip hop, it comes with the game. So either you're going to accept it and go with it and know the risk that you're running, or you just shut up. Like, people are going to target you all the time.
Right.
You know, it's
inevitable at this point.
Yeah, it's inevitable. I thought it wasn't gonna happen to me, and then
So I'm just minding my own business, you know, being forced into music against my will and whatnot.
it's okay though. You know, sometimes people. I saw a documentary because I watched Discovery Channel at my mom's house like a couple days ago, probably like a week ago, and like they were talking about how they were like some animals would crowd the lion, and the lion would be minding his business, and then like when they snip at him, they'd be like, hey! And then everybody starts running. Right. So I guess I gotta be that lion and be like, hey!
So everybody just kind of
yeah, and everybody like, oh. Like, it's kind of like what Meek did with Drake, because I thought Meek was gonna kill Drake because he was such a battle rapper, and we were been calling Drake like the nerdy rapper, and like, you're so sensitive. And then like he brought a gun to school, and then Drake brought a gun to school and killed all of us. They was like, okay, don't play with that. I think I may have to do that. I hope I don't have to.
Alright. Now, project-wise, I know that you have a lot of stuff out right now, content-wise.
Funny.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, funny. You should say that, because I have nothing.
Nothing?
I took it all off.
Why? What's going on? Like, fill us in. Give us the exclusives. Are you trying to revamp? Are you moving away from music, or is it just like a refocus for you?
No, I just whenever I finish, I put up the albums for 2 weeks. You don't download it within 2 weeks, boop, it's going.
It's going. So they don't have the option to ever
Like,
get that.
there's Prepare for the Worst, Exhibit A, Prepare for the Worst 2. What else did I put out? Ascension, which that got some real flack. That got kind of violent a little bit. Like, people were coming up to me at the end of the band, they're like, hey, where the album at? I was like, oh, it's gone. Cause I'm so sorry.
He's like, I can't make any exceptions. Two-week rule.
I can't do anything about it except because that's my plan.
Okay.
So, project wise, I'm up to no good because I work on albums.
Back to back kind of?
Yeah, like at the same time.
Oh,
more
cool.
so. Like I'm working on 2 albums at the same time right now. I'm working on Player One and The Death of Micahel Armstead still.
Cool.
So.
Now I'm intrigued. The Death of Micahel Armstead. Are we kind of getting
No biggie.
a rebirth type of deal, or are you kind of letting everybody know that I've changed over the years and this is kind of, I had to die to be reborn? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, it's a spiritual thing.
Cool.
You have to kill your flesh so that you
Your
can
spirit,
please.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can please the Lord. You have to kill your flesh. And so whenever, I don't know when it's gonna drop. Whenever it drops, you'll see a big change in how I present myself, how I dress, how I look. There's just a representation. So yeah, the Death of Micahel Armstead is more so about. I think it's more personal more than anything, and I want other people to be able to relate to it.
Nice.
You know what I noticed? I've been looking at the camera instead of talking.
I go
to you.
back and forth.
Oh.
So you're fine. That's the whole point. It's because I'm engaged.
Because I don't even talk. I don't talk to y'all. Y'all ain't care.
It's like the camera. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got low Wi-Fi anyways. We're at 360p right now. Shame on y'all.
You can't even see us.
Yep.
I'm so light skinned and I'm moving too fast anyway.
You think that's Angela Yee, don't you?
Ooh.
I bet you thought it was. See?
That's just my first cousin, y'all. Don't worry about it.
But long story short, the Death of Micahel Armstead is just about, getting away from, I'm sacrificing myself. I won't say sacrifice, but I'm giving, just like that gospel song, I'm giving myself away so that I can be used.
Nice.
That's what that's about.
I love the depth in the explanation behind the title. So I could imagine that the message within some of those songs is going to be extremely powerful and personal and relatable to people that are spiritually connected and that are able to evolve throughout their maturity and take their mistakes and I guess be accountable for them. And I think that's what's missing from the world of hip hop, whether that be through self-expression, through your actual structure in your music. Nobody wants to be accountable for the things they say, for the things they feel, for the things that make them feel some type of way. Everybody wants to water down the content. Everybody wants to make things more tolerable, or they're just okay with it being mediocre.
Yeah.
With these 2 projects, and you've done a really good job, and I know that you don't necessarily
I don't even know what you're saying.
care for the way that I word certain things, but I know that you've done a very good job in taking a unique sound and a positive, conscious message and like putting it in people's face. Like, I force feed, take it. Where does the healthy median need to come in for hip hop to really get back to that healing point where people can listen to music and make it through a situation, when people can turn on Micahel Armstead and say, you know what?
Say right now.
Really? You don't think that's missing? You don't think it's something that's kind of down?
No, you just gotta look for it.
Right.
Nothing of value comes without being earned. You have to. That's a Michael Jordan quote, by the way.
No,
you gotta go find it. They got big crits out in the world. They got Kendricks out in the world. They got Micahel Armstead out in the world. They got John Anthony. Well, John Anthony cussed too much in this music. I don't know.
He got some hard punchlines though.
He negative. Oh God.
You think we just need to do a radio version of it?
Yeah, he just need a radio. John Anthony just be saying all type of mean stuff. Sometimes he's an amazing rapper. Y'all, I listen to some of that boy lyrics. I was like, God, why are you so angry? Jeez Louise. So but that's the best part about hip hop. You have different artists with different emotions. If I want to flex on somebody, I'll always put Kanye on first. If I feel remorseful or regret a situation, I'll go between Drake or Chance or something like that. If I just want to have a positive, upbeat feel to myself, I'll put on Kendrick.
Nice.
And if I want to feel like the greatest of all time, I'll just put Micahel Armstead on.
You got it. Now, I know that, like you said, you upload them for 2 weeks, you take them down. Is there some promotional genius to this? You plan on taking them out of the vault at some point? Is it just like, you miss it?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You miss it. Like and it's kind of like trading cards. You know what? I don't know.
Yu-Gi-Oh, we talking sports?
No, we're talking like nerdy. We're talking nerdy. Used to like wear the skate shoes to school and do the little thing on the hip, to wear the heelys with the backpack they used to hump on when they did that.
Yeah, but I can't say they're nerds. I'm a nerd, so.
Nah, I mean that's just a generalization of it.
Right.
They used to whip out the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yeah, see.
Don't talk about me, y'all. I still got a few. You remember? Yeah. You remember how you used to go up to trade with that person that had the card that you've been trying to get for a long time, and you gotta give up 2 of your favorite cards just to get that one card? I ain't gonna talk about
it. They had Blue Eyes White Dragon. I wanted that one.
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
And Exodia.
I actually had that one.
No, you what?
I ended up trading it.
Cause you're a blockhead.
Oh yeah, it was my brother got on me. My brother
got on me. You didn't know what you had.
I didn't. My brother got on me for like 2 weeks, yo.
Don't it always seem to go?
I traded it.
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
And then after that, he made me feel so bad, I stopped collecting.
I don't blame you. Shame on you.
Shout out to Brandon.
Shame on you.
My little brother always kept me right. He just...
No, he didn't keep me right that time. You wouldn't have walked out the house with my Exodia. I promise you that. But it's like trading cards now. Like some kids are gonna have, until I become like a mainstream artist, which I have no problem being. It's kind of like when you go to like the bando. Like I got 2 white dudes, bro. They was like, oh yeah, man, I heard Ascension, man, I love it. He was like, man, I got prepared for the worst too, but I don't have Ascension. And I was like, it's like trading cards. My albums are like trading cards.
Right.
So now I'm gonna like push that. Yeah, like I'm gonna like
that's so cool.
Some of y'all. I know my daughter didn't just press that light. Lexi, put that down.
She said her dad has to be in the spotlight.
Anything.
She's on set, y'all. She said her dad wasn't focused enough. She wanted to give him a little more light so he could shine a little bit more because he's so shiny.
Ultralight, baby.
With monsters, I just wanted them to be like trading cards. I want everybody to have that different emotion and
They're excited.
Get their own personal feel. Like I personally have prepared for the worst too, and I like this. It makes me feel some type of way. I have Ascension. This makes me feel some type of way. And it's. I even forgot what the question was, but I know that.
You good. That's dope. I love the fact that you created a marketing, and I don't want to call it a scheme, but a marketing platform.
I really winged it. Like I didn't even try that. I didn't even plan it.
It's the dopest concept because now you really have groups of people moving throughout the city, and it's like, hey, I have this one, you have this one. I'm gonna come over and listen to it. It's down.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go link up with such and such. He got the new Micahel Armstead album. I didn't get a chance to get this one by the time I went online. You know what I'm saying? It was already down. So now you're building networking through your audiences where people have to kind of link with each other to even keep up. Right. Everybody isn't gonna catch everything.
The shoes moving. Here you go.
I think that's dope. Now I'll let you close out by letting everybody know because Mike has so much to talk about. He's an extremely knowledgeable young man. Excuse me.
Podcast. I talk too much.
Nah, not too much, just enough. And he talks about the things that other people aren't willing to, and that's why I vibe with him. But go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you on social media. And
speaking of things that nobody talks about, why does Michael Jordan keep making the same
shoes
with different colors?
That everybody keeps spending their whole paycheck on.
Why are they doing that? Why is he doing that?
Yeah.
And nobody, and like we look like idiots because we're all like, ooh, let's go get him.
Yeah, all us wearing Jordans really fucking stupid.
My boy in the corner taking the shit.
Really stupid.
Bunch of idiots. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, y'all really doing.
Like it makes no sense. Since we're gonna talk about things that don't make sense.
Well, good thing I wear Puma.
You wear Pumas? That is Adidas.
I wear Pumas.
What you got on Adidas?
Because I got Adidas pants.
Oh, you don't cross brand. You just told your age. Shouts out to you.
I do cross brand. Riding core. Vintage 70s jacket that comes from my grandmother.
But that's not a serious cross brand.
Yeah, it's a pretty serious cross brand.
So my best friend just called my daughter and told him that I had to shout him out. So, hey, Dustin shot the death of Micahel Armstead, which is on YouTube, and it's on The Antidote also. You can find my social media at the @RMSTEAD _ @ which we don't know the professional or the correct term for it.
We'll find out after next time.
@RMSTEAD _ yeah.
Booking, I know that.
Booking, just go on my Instagram. Like I don't look for no manager. Like I'm not. It's stupid. Like just go. I'm very accessible. I respond to everybody's DMs. I lie when y'all tell me to look at y'all music. I lie and say it's tight. I don't be looking at it.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting.
Oh my God, he forced me. I be listening, y'all. I just can't get.
I've lost faith in y'all. Y'all, I've lost so much faith in y'all.
Like, you have it right here. I'm telling y'all, Mike, he does not come to play. He's an awesome artist. He is creating music that is timeless, not only because it's quality, but because after 2 weeks, you can't get it no more.
It's kind of like the McRib.
Don't what? It only comes out for a limited time. Everybody trying to get it, and some people are just a little too late.
I remember my mom trying to make a fake McRib. I'll never forgive her for that.
So that's like what other
You
artists
send it
do?
to y'all like,
Other artists create.
You gonna get in trouble, bro. All of these doggone comments, you just don't know. You gonna see.
It's okay.
Remember me telling you this. You're gonna get in trouble. Like, people are gonna not like you because you're making these.
But you remember who I am, right?
Oh, never mind. That's on y'all.
They told me that I was, you know, I'm not myself. You entered me into that segue when you said they thought I was. It's gonna be her fault.
Oh God. Where did I start? Y'all better not play with this girl. Please.
Not real talk. Mike is a pleasure to be around. An awesome artist. He is paving the way for a lot of things that are unique in the world of hip hop. Make sure you guys tune into his social media to check him out. Make sure you tune in for any booking purposes. And don't sleep on his music. You only get 2 weeks at a time to actually be involved. This your girl Tubbi signing out right here thanks to the antidote.com. Bye.
Perfect.
God dog it.
Perfect.